All right, guys, we are live here. Map number 2. It's going to be Cash, and we are already live in the pistol round. I am sprawled by my side as Hurricane. What kind of setup are we looking at here?
Looks like there's some aggression at A, and it's going to be a fake. Because we have 3 terrorists coming out from middle, and it looks like they're going to highway, so it's not a fake. It's just a little sleight of hand. Pyth coming out the door, putting some pressure on that quad guy, and they're able to push the CCs back all the way to the truck.
Yeah, look at that aggression. Mouse is able to get a long distance one, but he gets a second. So the aggression, that is a little bit scary as 2 players go down to Mouse. He's able to pick up a kid on his way, and he's got 2 lit T's. Bomb has been planted, obviously. Maxi playing from forklift. We've got Skitten at quad. It's going to be difficult. Skitten puts him down through the edge of the box. And Orbit, they pick up their first round. And on that T side, again, this is their map choice, so that is a big pistol round pickup.
Yeah, it was good strategy too. They sent 2 towards the A tunnels, and were able to distract the counter terrorists, forcing a rotate. And then they swung 3 from the warehouse who were quiet the whole time up to highway and able to flank them.
We're going to see round number 2 underway. We've got a lot of equipment on that CT side. We see actually 2 scouts on the board, Sparrow and Innocent.
They're doing a cheeky little head boost in B.
And they were trying to look into Sunroom there. Didn't see a thing, though, and Pyth actually takes off the head of Rowlin. So that's going to open up this site over here, and we've got a couple players at truck. It's going to be the scouting Maniz and Innocent, but Maniz bites the bullet, and so does Innocent. It's all down to Mouse as they invested a lot into this round on that CT side, and they're yet to get anything
nothing
for
to show
it.
for.
Yeah,
literally nothing to show for. If there were, all of them have head armor, so they literally didn't gain anything. You could have maybe forced them to spend a little bit more to get head armor, but all the terrorists had it already, so a very fruitless full buy on the second round, and now their economy is a little bit more shook than it could have been.
And we're going to see actually Rowlin pick up a CZ75, but he's probably the most, he was the richest of the bunch. He had about 3,000 in the bank, so picks up that CZ75, and we'll see if he can get anything done with it. He's playing right outside of A main. As we see here, we've got Mouse actually up inside the vents, but he will get dropped immediately as we see some pressure inside of Checkered here. Innocent goes down as well. Sparrow playing from CT connector, but Rowlin does get a pick onto Pyth. But this does look like a picks play that's just working out really well for the T's at the moment.
Yeah, excellent work by the terrorists. They're going for a methodical anti-eco, and they're able just to catch each CT off guard. It's been a pretty easy round for them. The CTs did get away with a Galil from someone who was scouting towards the A site, so not completely useless round for the CTs, as they're gonna be able to benefit a little bit from this gun. But going into where you're expecting a full gun buy, a Galil is kind of on the lower tier side of that. But I guess take any victory you can.
Yeah, exactly. And Rowlin just saving his CZ75 as they're not going to have a heck of a lot of money going into this next round purely because they bought and spent a ton in that second round. So he's going to hang on to that, as well as Maniz will be able to save here as Maxi will find his way out Squeaky Door, and he might be able to get something done here, but no, Rowlin puts him down. So I was going to say a little bit of money on Rowlin, but I think you only still get $100 per kill with that CZ75. So
yeah, they haven't patched that.
No
still
fun.
handy.
No fun. So 4th round here, we're going to see some rifles on the board.
Yeah, and Sky has an op. Let's see. I'm curious what they're going to do with it. Looks like he's working towards middle, try to see if he can get a pick before a smoke falls down. He's still got to get... Oh, that was so close. Skyton ran before that smoke came in and then placed his crosshair right where Innocent was. And if Innocent had strafed out just a tiny bit, it would have been a good pick. It looks like Rowlin Rowlin just got jump boosted onto the boost area in A, but oh my god! Pyth just spammed back Maniz right in the face.
It's a good feeling when you land that spam.
Yeah, you're feeling like $1 million after that. Holy cow.
So player advantage here for Orbit. Manai's on the bench, and we're going to see the bomb just still passively playing inside of mid warehouse. Skitten's found his way out mid. Maxi as well. Innocent puts him down, though. Receives a good chunk of damage, though, down to 40.
Yeah, nice accuracy right on the head.
We're going to see if Maxi can make something work here. He's pushed up onto mid roof. And it does look like they're going to opt for an A-side play here.
Yeah, they already have a guy door, and then Jumpy and Kaboom are coming together A main, but Rowland's still up there. I don't know if they know really if they got him there, because Pyth just spammed him. Oh, they still check it though.
Yeah, Jumpy's going to check that immediately, and the A site take underway, falling apart here as Sparrow gets one. And now Mouse, similar to the pistol round, he's stuck all the way over at B. Doesn't have a kit in hand, and he's in a 1v3 situation. This time they're not getting aggressive a truck, though, so he's not going to get any freebies. Actually, Jumpy
right
might. He's just going to go back and save, though. Save this weapon. Live to see another day. And Orbit picking up some pretty big rounds here. Getting that many on the T side. It's similar to Mirage. Not quite. I wouldn't say Cash is quite the CT-sided map as Mirage, but definitely it still is a great scoreline starting off this map.
Yeah, it's looking very similar story to Mirage, but it's still Cash is a little bit more even of a map, so it's not as great. Like you're not throwing a birthday party, for this.
Oh, I wanted a birthday party. The Law actually goes down, and he had an AWP, so that's an expensive drop as he was hunting around, and maybe not the preferable weapon.
Yeah, a little bit stupid.
But, yeah, not the best play there, but it's going to mean that they don't have an AWP on the field for this round. They do have the money for it. We see 10K on Kaboom, but they opt to not drop that. And on the other side, though, they've got Maniz posted up at quad box using that AWP. Round's going to be holding with him, and it is a 2-1-2 strat here for the CT side. Innocent just knife out, peeking mid, trying to get some information, but it is going to be a boost play.
Yeah,
at least it was momentarily.
They're still trying to get the middle control. They have a guy on boost and one in warehouse looking at vent. They're trying to find if the counter terrorists are trying to aggress at all. And again, G2 good read. They're just sticking to a passive setup, waiting for an execute.
Yeah, and right now, Orbit still just waiting for that aggression, like you were talking about. Jumpy's actually gonna rendezvous with Skitten here at mid warehouse, so they're going to be smoking Z and actually spot Innocent Maniz rather will drop Maxi, so that's a big pick off. Maybe if Maxi had that AWP, I'm just kidding. He's going to peek with the rifle, though, goes down. Pyth aggressive out Squeaky. Maniz, you can see that coming. Luckily for him, he doesn't go down, though. Mouse gets one onto Skit, and Kaboom trades. The bomb is heading into this B site, although Pyth put a lot of pressure on the A site here, but it's just going to be a deathmatch round. They don't even put the bomb down. They will eventually get it here, but it's going to be a 5K for the team, and Orbit up to 5-0 in this map number 2.
Yeah, good play by Pyth, really. He was lurking in the door, and as his team was executing on the A side, the B side, he was able to sneak out the door without really being spotted, surprise the two players there, and was able to basically hinder their rotate useless. They just had to stay there, and they both fell to him. And
that nade, thought it did a little bit more. Maniz will get dropped down to 73. He's actually going to take the head off of Maxi. So that's a nice pick off here. Man advantage for the T's. And at the moment, Skitten and Jumpy were looking into B, but now choosing not to. Jumpy actually, the way he's placing his crosshair, he suspects that there's actually someone pushed up here. There's not, though. But just checking his angles.
Oh, good catch. Yeah, they got that early. The CT's got that early pick, and then the terrorists just completely regressed into a check for any sort of aggression type of strategy. And they were able to catch that guy getting boosted, and now it's all evened up. Oh, they took middle control and caught Maniz jumping, and now they're going into a split.
Yeah, here we go. Pyth, he's going to come out squeaky door, but Rowland knows his location. Sparrow drops Jumpy, and it's only these two players on highway. Kaboom gets one. Skit now makes it a 1v1. Great trade by him. He's got Mouse on his heels. but he will be able to get this bomb planted out in the open as well. So it's a nice plant for him, and Mouse getting close. That Molotov going to prevent at least a little bit of an angle of attack, but from the balcony, Skitten wasn't expecting that angle, and Mouse will get the frag, will get the bomb defuse, and finally G2 with their first round on the board.
Yeah, good. Finally, the CTs were able to get some kills. Honestly, the terrorists kind of won the beginning battle by taking out that player getting boosted, and then catching Maniz jumping up onto the highway spindle, and it kind of they just played right into it and went to a highway door split onto A, and the CTs rotated beautifully to the truck, and the player that was stuck at A getting crunched was able to get a kill. Well done.
Yeah, and look at this. They've actually opted to put a lot of presence in mid very quickly here from the CT side. Finally, Rowland now rotating over. He's going to flash in a main just in case, but Mouse opening the round as Jumpy tried to get aggressive towards B, get a peek in. We see Innocent actually boosting up over mid, and this could be huge as he's going to get one. He gets two. As they were unsuspecting, Skitten drops Maniz as he's going to get aggressive through mid, but now it's all up to Pyth as in a 1v4, and he's got 4 HP to his name.
Yeah, looking pretty grim for the terrorists. I think at this point, you're going to try to just want to do as much economical damage as possible. Hopefully kill Innocent. Oh, but too late. Mouse with the aggression, with no sounds on his side of the map. Able to push up and catch the bleeding internally terrorist.
Yeah, now we do see another buy here from the T side, and one of the interesting things to point out is how they've put 5 in a row, and they actually grow to an amount in their bank that, although they've dropped 2 in a row, they've had enough to continue buying, and when they run out of money, they're going to have loss bonus. So they almost, although they might have to kind of eco 1 round, they're going to have full loss bonus at some point, and again, it just means that there's actually not a whole lot of ecoing when you win that many and then drop back over, rather than having 2 rounds and then dropping and then kind of swapping back and forth those dogfights.
That's just the beauty of Counter-Strike's money system. It can change the story of the match so much.
And mid control here from the T's. We're going to see Maxi trying to get a peek up highway, spots that there's no one holding, and Innocent will be able to get the first Maniz with the second. Innocent, and it's only going to be Kaboom left as he gets 1, but that nade will put him away. He gets Rowland. But
Rowland hit Kaboom with that nade right in the face. So.
Yeah, I heard that dink noise, and I'm like, oh, jeez. Right in the eye socket. He's got a black eye right before he goes down. So 3-5 the scoreline. G2 coming back. And they kind of want to keep orbit at the scoreline. 5 rounds on the T side, especially if you've got a strong CT side. 5 or 6 is actually a number where you're feeling not too bad.
Yeah, you really just want at the the Counter-Strike goes very CT sided game. So on Terrorist, if you get at least 4, you still have a shot because you can lose the pistol and then get at least a gun round in. So they're already there. Like they exceeded that at round 9, so they're feeling good.
Yeah, now see some presence. Pyth loves to play squeaky door, and Jumpy actually
good trade.
We'll be able to get Mouse, but right behind it's going to be Maniz picking up that frag. So a trade occurs, but definitely favors the T side, as now the defense a little bit spread out. They've only got Maniz inside of B, but being that there's an AWP there, they're not interested in forcing that territory. So the bomb is heading into A main, and it's going to come down to Rowland and Innocent if they want to hold this site.
And Skyton's kind of lurking around, but actually Sparrow just spotted him, so this should be an interesting battle mid that might determine how the round goes.
Ooh, and it's going to be Sparrow getting dropped. A nice headshot from Skitten, and as you said, now the round develops from here, but Innocent actually from sight gets 1. Rowland with the second, and we will see Rowland go down via the Tech 9 here, but Innocent with another. It's finally going to be a frag for Kaboom, but it's a 1v1 versus Maniz, and this nade should do... Nah, it's actually not going to do anything, as falling back to quad already. Kaboom holding a nice angle here, too. That Molotov, you can suspect the Maniz Figures that's a clear location, but it's totally none. He's going to get blindsided here. Great round from Kaboom, playing that to the tee. Realizes if he just sticks it out right beside that Molotov without getting any damage done to himself, he's got a beautiful situation in that 1v1.
Yeah, kind of like a little Hearthstone moment. The RNG of where the fire went just enough to where, who was it? Kaboom didn't have to expose himself behind those boxes, and like you said, they just assumed that he wasn't there, and got a free kill.
That's a nice round, as now they're on 6. So anything past this, again, when they hit that 5 mark, the 4 mark, they're feeling good. But now at 6, and they're in the 10th round, they could definitely still do damage in this half, and just make their CT side a lot easier. And at this point, that's what they're wanting. They're down a map. You don't really want to put, if you don't have to, that much pressure on your CT side. If you can make it a little easier getting all these T side rounds, might as well keep the pressure up. But Rowland going to be able to drop Maxi here. Jumpy on the bench as well. It's a 5v3 as Innocent's going to get a frag from, I believe that was Vents into Skitten. Or somewhere mid anyhow. But the bomb on Kaboom, he's going to get dropped. It's all up to Pipe in a 1v5. This round pretty much fell apart from the start.
Yeah, actually, Rowland and I forget who's the other, whoever the player was at A with him, they were trying to do the cheeky little jump boost off of the head to try to get on, get right next to main, but they actually failed twice. So curious enough, the terrorists didn't really. There was a guy in the A halls listening, so they weren't able to make that read, and then they kind of just walked out right into Rowland.
And now we're going to see an eco round from the T side. They're going to go for some B play here, but that Molotov's going to stop them. The nade comes in, though, and going to do a lot of damage, but these rifles will, as Mouse picks up 3, Sparrow with 2, and that is a meat grinder if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that's kind of why you like to play those types of sites, because it's usually the B site on each map that the single entrance, unless you get some middle control, and you can just get a spray down eco, and makes you feel good about yourself.
Exactly, pumping up that ego, and they could have maybe tried for mid play, but the problem is you do the wall of smoke, and now you've expended $600 just on getting yourself there, and that's not even getting you into the site necessarily. It's just giving you another angle, but they're going to push their way out mid. Innocent drops Skitten, gets Pyth as well, Manize onto Law, and now it's all to Jumpy in a 1v4, and he's going to get full blinded here as
ate that.
G2, they are hungry on these anti-ecos.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they went B, got shut down. They said maybe we just throw a flashbang and go out middle, and got shut down. So I'm pretty sure they're pretty thankful that they're gonna have guns.
Yeah, so now round 13, and G2, they have the opportunity to make this a 9-6 half, which wouldn't be too shabby for them. We'll see what they have in store for their T side, but Orbit, of course, they still want to do some more damage.
They're going for a pop flash A main. Good flash, 3 blind.
Here we go, but the second one not so effective, and Jumpy drops Manize, so the first one works, the second one not so much. And he peeks on the second one, so Pipe coming out of Squeaky Door. Skitten goes down, and
oh my goodness,
is not working out at all. We see 2 players still in A main, and I'm a little confused. Maybe some miscommunication on the push timing there, but we're going to see Maxi still alive in a 1v3. He's down to 50 HP. Trying from Fork, but will go down to Innocent. So I'm a little confused as to why they pushed the site as they did. Because they had some players come out. You can see where they died. One player coming out of Squeaky, and they still had some way back in main.
Yeah, they had 3 players A main, and there was actually a pop flash from G2, and they screwed up the window of opportunity to get those kills because they all crouched behind the box and strafed to the left, so they were against the wall, getting the most extreme angle, and then they were able to get unblind enough to where that counter-terrorist didn't get any kills for it. So they saw, after they got that kill, they just saw red and ran in, and Rowland was right there and was able to just finish off all of those players, because they did get a little bit of damage from that push, and then Innocent followed up and finished Rowland's work. Well done.
Yeah, good round from the CT side, but we do have a pause here. 7-6 our score line. This is map number 2. Unpause has been requested, and the winner of this match goes on to the winner bracket finals. So getting pretty close here, as definitely both teams, they do not want to fall to the lower bracket, as we have shark-infested waters down there. It's a lot of good teams. So round number 14 underway. It's going to be another eco here for the T side.
Yeah,
Nice.
looks like they're all towards the A, and they're going for a pop flash right now, but Manice spotted them, and he's in a pretty safe spot here.
Oh, he gets one through the forklift. They'll make it a second onto Skitten. Rowland with 2. And Kaboom will go down. And that fell apart, as it was an eco, but they were definitely hoping to get a little bit more there. Maybe some frags at a bomb plant, something like that. But regardless, they're able to put some equipment on the board, as this is the final round of the half.
Yeah, and CTs are looking pretty good, man. It was pretty shaky in the beginning, but they were able to claw back, get the money system back in their favor, and they've been able to get full smokes, Molotovs, you name it.
Yeah, 5 in a row to start off this map for Orbit was an excellent start for them. But like you said, G2 coming back and making a map out of it. And right now, though, this final round completely in the favor of the T's, as finally they're able to get a pick back onto Maxi. It's a 3v4 here, as 2 players for the T
like
side.
A vent split.
Yeah, I think they might go for that, as Skitten is thinking about it. But the Molotov in there is going to prevent him from pushing forward. Now Pyth drops Mouse. It's going to be a nice pick here, and it's up to Manize now in a 1v4. We're going to take this bomb site B free of charge. Skit peeks out, and Manize hits a very nice shot. So a 1v3, but definitely a little bit bleak. He's got all the equipment he would ever need. Well, maybe an AWP in a 1v3. It's a little bit difficult. He's going to be able to incendiary back site nade as well, but unfortunately for him, there's nobody back there. But there is someone pushed up here at CT. So Jumpy takes off the head of Manize, and that is going to be half here. 8-7 the scoreline. Very, very close scoreline, but definitely I feel that favors Orbit moving into the CT side.
Yeah, you got to feel confident as Orbit coming into the second half. So not only is this your map, but you really set the table well for yourself with 7 rounds. From what I can remember from Orbit CT, that's where they shine. So hopefully we can see some more strategy out of G2, because they seem very sound in that respect of the game. So hopefully they can surprise us with another bag of tricks.
And we'll find out here, as I know that Pyth, he likes to play on T side Squeaky Door, but on CT side he likes to play right outside of Squeaky Door as well. So we'll see what he opts for here. A lot of times you'll see on the anti-eco, we'll see they pick up pistol. I'm calling that Pyth grabs an auto shotty and plays right outside of there. He likes that position. We even saw it on Mirage. He'd play A ramp close with an auto shotty. I don't know what, he just likes that weapon. So seems to be able to make it work and get a lot of money.
They're going right towards him too, so
let's go,
see if he
Pyth.
gets enough money.
Yeah, we'll find out here. He's holding a nice headshot angle, P2K in hand. Squeaky Door opens, though, and that's going to shift his attention over, as it's going to be Maniz smoking out, and Boom's going to try and put some fire onto them. Doesn't get a single frag in, though, and that's very crucial. Pyth, though, tears off the head of Sparrow, and now he's got a nice position at port. Might be able to drop the knives as well, but now he's reloading and will go down. Lots of lit terrorists, though. Skitten comes in from A main. He's going to be able to drop 2. And it's a 3v2 as Mouse and Innocent are very low inside of sight. 1 at quad. Jumpy takes down 1. It's all onto Mouse. Can he tear some heads off as well? He's going to try his best, but the jumping play from Maxi, that's going to end the round here. So a good pistol round pickup from Orbit, as they definitely wanted to start that CT side off with a bang.
Yeah, Terrace still got the bomb down, so you can't feel too bad about it, but pretty good hold, especially by Pyth. Pyth was in a really sticky situation there and actually got out of the bomb site, flanked around to forklift, and was able to do a lot more damage and wait for his teammates to rotate.
Yeah, some heads-up play from him, and he's going to make me look like a liar as he picks up off a Moss in this anti-eco. Darn you, Pyth, darn you. He is still going to play on A, though. Only
middle aggression
player here, and yeah, middle aggression. We see Kaboom taking off the head of Manize, and There's going to be all CT action. Sparrow actually no, and Rowling gets 2, but that's going to be the only frags. But 2, definitely kind of a bare minimum. That's going to feel like a decent eco round from that T side.
Oh yeah, they planned that eco knowing that they were going to buy this round. They only got P250s and I think 1 flashbang to just throw over that red box and go out middle together. So and getting 2 kills out of a basic strategy like that for an eco round, like very well done.
Yeah, it'll work for them. And now, like you said, buy on the board. We've got 8Ks on 5 players. Maxi tries to get a shot in as 2 of them have boosted up. It's going to be Meniz and Innocent up in the boost spot, but Skittin actually drops Sparrow as he tries to get aggressive up into Vents. So that's going to be a nice play and advantage now for the CTs as fully smoked off are the T's in mid-main, and they're going to be sending 2 players over to B, but still kind of working picks.
Yeah, Manai's in a great spot to flank, or if these terrorists, I think these terrorists are going to try to take B with just those 3 and keep him up there to act as covering the flank for them.
Yeah, this is actually going to be a little difficult as Orbit only has 1 player inside of this B site. Skittin now slowly rotating over as he suspects it could be a B side play, so will inevitably be 2 players over here, but there was a little bit of a timing where Jumpy was all alone. He does spot out these players, though. Skittin from CT Connector takes down Rowlin, and this has actually halted the push. Innocent, he's going to put some fire onto these players, but Skittin gets another one in Mouse, and things are falling apart. Menai's is going to come up big, and gets 1 on the flank, or on the lurk, but Innocent goes down, and now it's a 1v4. As it looked like they were able to, or they had an opportunity to maybe take B when it was only Jumpy in sight, but as soon as Skittin came in to help out, it was all Skittin pretty much getting those frags.
Yeah, exactly. They had that nice little window of opportunity, but that closed as soon as they had that rotate from spawn.
So now at 10-8, the score line's going to be another eco from G2, as they haven't been able to make anything work yet on their T side. 3 rounds in a row for Orbit means that
Jumpy's going to do a ton of nade damage right here.
Oh, it's a double nade actually, and looked like it was going to do a little bit more, but regardless, they're still softened up as they enter this B site. Innocent gets 1.
Oh!
And Menai's actually gets 1. Make it 2! And he's got it off, and that's a scary look here for the CT side as Kaboom realizes now that that is terrifying. Menai's picking up an AWP.
That guy got out of dodge quick.
Yeah, and that was a good play by him to get out of there, as now both players in check-in for the CT side. And he's just playing very patient here. Wants to make this 2 1v1s if at all possible, but obviously Python Kaboom, very experienced players. They know what they're up against. And Mani is just, again, holding an angle on checkered. He's expecting some aggression from the CTs. A flashbang out from Kaboom.
They have good play by Meniz right here. He's being so quiet that he's making the counter-terrorist respect that he might go to the other bomb site. And now, just like you said, he's split them up, and it's a possible 2 one-on-ones.
They do have a kid on Kaboom, but that's the player way over at A site. And finally, they hear the bomb being planted. Kaboom is going to be caught running across the map. But Pyth actually peeks out when Ice tries to make it into CT Connector. And it doesn't work out in his favor, but definitely still, that was an eco round that developed into a bomb plant in a 1v2. So he's going to take it regardless, but maybe could have been a little bit closer depending on his post-plant positioning.
It was looking like it was just going to be like lawn day, and they were just going to get mowed down, but it turned out Menai's was able to make a play, and it was almost a winning little situation for him, but Pyth was able to clean up.
Yeah, still an expensive round for Orbit as they were left with only 2 players, so forced to buy up here. We can see that they have a little bit of money on the board, but not the bank that they would have had if they had a flawless anti-eco there, obviously. So right now, working picks is the T side. They've got Sparrow just pushed up watching Squeaky, and Meniz will be watching into main, but definitely just kind of a pick strategy to start things off.
Yeah, they have very similar tastes on the terrorist side, both of these teams. They're just looking for picks, early aggression from the CTs early on, see if they can get a read on what defense is doing, and then they make a decision afterwards. And it looks they're opting for the A execute. Let's see if they actually follow through with it. Yeah, but 3 through door, though.
Yeah, that's an interesting decision. 3 through Squeaky, only Mao's coming out through A main, and we're going to see some flashbangs come out here. They already have 3 CTs on site, but Kaboom is completely smoked off, and that's why Pyth goes down without a trade, and his site is going to be completely clear, but it's going to be Jumpy getting 1. Kaboom from Fork will be able to get 1 as well, and it falls apart here as Innocent now in a 1v2. This is massive, and they don't know his location. Now he tries to get Kaboom there, but he's just going to stick this bomb defuse, and I don't think he's going to make it in time. Innocent tries, as he knows must be sticking the bomb. At least he gets those final 2 frags, so expensive for Orbit, but Orbit's going to be happy with that round victory nonetheless.
Yeah, G2 opting to send 3 through door and then going straight into the site, and it looked great. They had the site, but because they opted to go through the door, they left a guy at forklift. And he was able to just sit behind that smoke, wait for him to come out, and then the other trades happened, and it just completely turned the tables.
And now Orbit's put themselves in a nice position to take map number 2 and send us into map number 3. That's going to be Dust 2, Knife for Sides. So interesting third map. I'm so happy to hear when it's not Nuke as the third map, Knifing for Sides, because it's just such a ridiculous situation. So Dust 2 is going to be the map knife round, not as crucial. But anyhow, we'll see if we make it to that third map. G2, they still have some room here to come back, but they haven't put a single T round on the board.
Yeah, they're still on CT, so anything can happen. You got to kind of just give a little bit of favor to them. And it looks like it's another A execute, but they're not going to the door again.
Those counter flashes going to set the T's back as they're still not ready to head in. So many nades raining in, though, as not a lot of them. Oh, ooh, we're going to see some frags, though, as the site being cleared out. It's a 3v3 now, as Jumpy, though, getting aggressive, pushes into site, and he's able to get 1, but skin alive in a 1v1, and he will be able to finish the round. So a huge firefight as they try and push into site, but inevitably Orbit comes out on top.
Emphasis on fire. I don't know if you saw how that execute went down by G2. They threw the smokes, and then Orbit threw Molotovs behind the smokes, so they weren't able to go through fork or through door. Really well.
In the playback, and even the counter flashes as well. Just a lot of counter play there from Orbit, and
well done.
Paves their way to that 1v1 and the victory. So 13-8 here again. G2. They got all of these 8 rounds on the CT side, not a single one. They've had some close rounds, but evidently we see Orbit picking them up in the end of the day. So first frag comes in. Maniz on the bench. It's going to be a man advantage, and again, just a picks play. Sparrow hits a nice shot onto Pyth. That's going to be a nice opening, but where do they go now?
Ooh. Right back.
Yep, Innocent now is going to go down as it will be Maxi getting a frag. So 4v3, we've got Sparrow just looking inside of A, hoping to get another pick. He took down Pyth not too long ago, but it looks like Jumpy's going to be the aggressor. He actually drops the bomb carrier and kind of aggression. Yeah, it's a nice smoke here, and now he's going to be holding an angle, hopefully, to take down Mouse, but actually Kaboom goes down. He tries to get aggressive. Mouse eats a bullet, and it's up to Sparrow in a 1v3. He's going to be flashed into the smoke, and doesn't actually blind a soul, but he's now blind himself, and Maxi might be able to come around the corner, but a full team flash, though, and that's going to prevent their aggression. But will be Maxi picking up that frag. A triple kill for him in the round. Looking very solid. 14-8 the scoreline. Orbit looking to close this out and push us to map number 3.
Good adjustment by the CTs right there. They came out on top on the early damage fights, and they sent a player to push through B, and were able to catch the bomb rotating over towards the A side, and then the rest of the counter terrorists just rotated over to help him at the warehouse. So great team play by Orbit there.
We're going to see a pop flash into A main, and Pyth's going to get 1, but gets traded, and now 2 CTs down, and the aggression falls apart. Maxi dropped as well, and this very well could be the first round for the T side in G2, and couldn't have come at a better time as they're trying to prevent match point on Orbit's part. Skitten playing from Highway. We're going to have Jumpy coming out from Truck. They're going to attempt to retake. They've not got a lot of money, to be honest. You'd think with 7 in a row that they would, but very close rounds coming out, and Jumpy will be able to take off the head of Maniz, but 1v3. it wouldn't surprise me at all if he tries to save this weapon. No, it's just going to make it even more expensive. Innocent gets dropped, and he's still playing this angle, but this is a purely exit kill strategy. He's not trying to get aggressive at all, just trying to pick these players off as they leave sight.
Yeah, good trades coming out on the A aggression. The CTs were right for doing that pop flash into A main, because they were right there and blind, but they just weren't able to capitalize onto it, and it turned out to just swing into the Terra's favor. But now we have an interesting situation because of the money system for gamers, in that they just won their first round, so now that money bonus is gone. This is actually the biggest round of the half for them. They need to win this, or it's going to be a very easy victory for Orbit with a follow-up round.
Ooh, interesting play here. They opt to stack the site, actually, and Jumpy actually living up to his name. Oh, but he falls. He was trying to get creative on those light posts, but unfortunately for him, he will drop, and we won't see what he was trying to go for there, but see a boost inside a site as well. Kaboom was on the head of Pyth, but now they're second-guessing whether or not it's actually an A-side play. Jumpy now up on red box, and it will be an A-side play. Maniz first went out a Squeaky, and they're going to get two big pickups, but Pyth, the third man on site, still alive and well. A quad will go down, but Skit hits a nice deagle kill onto Sparrow. The last one alive. And 1v2. See if he can make anything more happen here. He wants to make this as expensive as possible. It's like we were saying, this is a very crucial round. He's able to actually retrieve an AK. He's going to smoke off main, so actually cuts off one of the angles, but I do believe this is just going to be him falling back and saving this rifle. So it's going to be another round on the board for G2. They're not done in this map yet. It's going to be a 10-14 scoreline, very similar to what we saw in Mirage in that very close scorelines.
Something really interesting to note about that that round too is that just kind of like how we've been saying this whole time, that G2 has a lot of variety in their strategy. We've been getting used to seeing them do full smoke, full flash executes with Molotovs on A, and that round they just opted for one flashbang up in the air and catching the CTs off guard, and it went in their favor. So they were all very set up for like an execute to play behind smokes and stuff with their pistols, and it just didn't work out like that because they made that kind of slight adjustment in the strategy.
And now we're going to see on the CT side, Skitten has made his way up into vents. On the other side of the map, though, we've seen a boost. It's going to be Pyth and Kaboom, and it looks like they're arguing as to who's going up there. They're like, no, you duck, no, you duck, no, you duck, no, you duck, fine. And they decide, and Kaboom, frustrated, and all his effort, he will be able to drop Maniz as he pushes aggressively into Squeaky, and the flashbang, a good one to Sparrow, now falling back fully blind. It is going to be a B-side play, though. This has just been attention over at that A-site. Innocent drops Jumpy. Skit returns, though, and actually Skit goes down. Rowlands drops him inside of the vent. A leg shot from Maxi is going to put down a lot of HP on one of these T-side players, but 2v2 as the bomb actually rotating back through mid. Rowland, though, might get caught out of position, and he will. The bomb goes down, and now G2, unless Mouse can get this frag, he won't be able to. Maxi drops him, and now Orbit on match point.
I think Rowland had quite the brain fart there, to be honest, because his teammate was pushed up into A, and, I mean, he probably didn't feel comfortable enough passing that vent, but I think that's a little bit safer than going all the way back to warehouse where there's a million more other angles you need to clear up.
Yeah, a little bit of a rough play there, and it doesn't work out, but here we are. It's going to be match point for Orbit. They're looking to take map number 2 and push us to Dust 2 for map number 3, and they're one round away from doing it. Maniz doesn't want to go, though. He's going to drop Pyth. That's a man advantage for the T side, and they're actually falling back out of main. And where do they opt to go instead? We do see Mouse getting dropped, so it is an even man count, but it will favor our T's, although the equipment definitely does not favor the T's, as we've got 3 players with pistols on the board.
Yeah, if you just take a quick look up top, Paris have now $6,100 worth of equipment to $23,000.
a bit of monetary difference there, and Innocent will get dropped.
Third world country versus America, basically.
Yeah, I was going to make that reference, but I just didn't know we're Canadian, so I don't know how far I can go with that. But Skitten, he's going to end this map. It's going to be 16-10 the scoreline here. Orbit pick up cash. It was their map choice, so both teams picking up their map.